Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any mtgoacademy.com page.
Okay, here we are for round one of the daily event. Matched up against Bara. I think this person played an Oath deck earlier, a couple weeks ago. This hand is fine. Well, looks like we're against Dredge, so this should be interesting. Tundra's not really going to do much for us. Right now, realistically, yeah, it's going to be hard unless we draw a back to basics immediately. It's going to be pretty hard to win this match. Sorry, this game. But even if we draw back to basics, I mean, we're going to be 4 bizarre activations behind, so I don't really see how we can realistically win this one. No, not with that. Yeah, this is pretty much I'm just gonna pack it in, save some time. Not really worth it. Not getting anywhere anyway. Alright, let's bring in our hate. And the cards we want to bring out that are painfully slow. Supreme Verdict, pretty bad. Let's see here. Engineered Explosives is fine. I think, let's see here. Mental Misstep is fine. I suppose we can counter some like a Nature's Claim or something, but it's not ideal. I kind of want to take the back to basics out, but I'm curious whether or not they would be decent in this match. Jace is pretty bad. I'm not going to win with a Jace. Still need to get rid of 3 cards. Take out a couple of swords and take out 1 back to basics. Try this out. so we would like to go first. This hand is pretty perfect. Lead Line of the Void, I am not going to mulligan this. Got a misstep to counter a Nature's Claim. The only thing we really have to worry about is a Wismare. Alright, so I will lead with an island and pass the turn. Go City of Brass, go. Okay, let's see what we draw for our turn. Demonic Tutor. Unfortunately, we cannot cast that, so we'll just play Tundra, and yeah, that's fine. I think we'll pass a turn. So there's the Nature's Claim. We'll counter that. Alright, so now we can play True Name Nemesis, but I don't want to tap out for that. So I'm going to pass the turn. I don't want to tap out because I want to keep this Brainstorm available, so if I can protect the Lee line here. So far so good. Doesn't look like he's got anything. A Plains is pretty good, although I still would prefer to have a swamp or a fetch land so that I can get an Underground Sea, simply so that I can make sure that I've got either a backup Lee line or grab a Grafdigger's Cage to protect this win condition here. So right now our opponent is just trying to dig for an answer to Lee line. And there's our black source. Alright. So grab Underground Sea. And we will Demonic Tutor here. So we could grab a couple of different things here. And actually, Back to Basics is kind of interesting, but aiming Bizarre Baghdad with this Pithing Needle wouldn't be the worst. Or I could just get another Grafdigger's Cage. That seems fine. Pithing Needle might give us some enough time, so I'm gonna grab that and name Bazaar Baghdad. Yep, so he activates it. It's predictable. Alright, Bazaar Baghdad it is. So that limits his ability to dig for more answers, which will certainly help us. So he's going to hard cast a Narcomoeba, that's fine. Not too worried about a Narcomoeba. So we'll get this Flooded Strand out, and we're going to start the race here. Swing in with Triname Nemesis, and we'll pass the turn. So he's got 5 turns to dig for an answer here. Alright. We'll cast Ponder. And that's absolutely perfect. We want to draw both of these. So we'll first card click will be the last one drawn. That's fine. It really doesn't matter. Force of Will, Brainstorm. We do not want to shuffle our library. And we'll pass the turn. So we've got 2 counter spells to hold up to protect our lead line. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Alright, so it looks like we rode our Lee line to victory on the back of a Mental Misstep. So that's good. We know that he's playing with Nature's Claim, so I'm going to bring in another Mental Misstep here. And I think I'm going to bring in a Flusterstorm. No, I think Mana Drain would be better if he's using Wisp-Mares. So I'm going to bring in this Mental Misstep. I'm going to take out. Actually, both of these Swords to Plowshares are pretty bad. So I will bring in this Flusterstorm. Let's see if we can get a hate card in our opening 7 here. So Pithing Needle shuts off his Bazaar. He'll be able to activate it once. I'm thinking I might want to mulligan this hand. Really don't have another blue card for Force of Will. And Soulforged Mystic isn't really going to be racing much by itself. And this hand is infinitely better, so this is a perfect hand, actually. We can't protect the Lee line for the first 2 turns, but hopefully he mulligans to Oblivion here. No, we're going to keep. He's already down to 5. And he's down to 4. Alright. So he plays Bazaar. And we got a counterspell. That's absolutely perfect. So he discarded a Chain of Vapor, which means he probably was looking for a mana-producing card. So it looks like he drew into it. Surprisingly enough, it looks like he's gonna. Oh, there's the Nature's Claim. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to waste our True Name Nemesis on this because I want to keep the mana drain back up here. So we draw another land, that's fine. So right now he's at a position with only 2 cards in hands where he's pretty much in a top deck situation. He can't afford to continually activate Bazaar Baghdad. Alright, so Stoneforge Mystic we can play next turn. That gives us a win condition. We're going to keep the mana drain mana open. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see what we get. We get a Brainstorm, that's pretty good. I'm going to play the Stoneforge Mystic right now. And yes, I would like to use that ability. I'm going to get a cheat is slightly better simply because we can send our Stoneforge to the bin, but I think Batterskull will be a little bit better for us. So I think our opponent is on the every other turn activate Bazaar plan at this point. Yep, there's trying to continually dig for an answer to Leyline here. So he has another Bazaar. Interesting that he would not use that to discard. Alright, so now we're in a pretty good position here. So I will not attack. And we will put our win condition onto the battlefield. Oh, back to basics is kind of interesting. I'll get a basic island. And we're going to start attacking here. So we're in a pretty good position here. He can only activate his City of Brass once, even if he does find something. And we got the concession, so I'll see you in round 2.